The chamber was tense, the kind of silence that hums beneath the surface before something unforgettable happens. Cameras clicked, reporters leaned forward, and the weight of history seemed to hang in the air. Congress had seen fiery debates before, but today felt different. Jasmine Crockett sat in her chair, her confidence wrapped around her like armor. She was sharp, witty, and unafraid of confrontation. When Senator John Kennedy made a remark she considered outdated and dismissive, she let out a laugh. It wasn't just a chuckle, it was sharp, echoing through the chamber like a challenge. To her, it was a statement, "Your words don't scare me." But Kennedy didn't flinch. He paused, adjusted his glasses, and leaned slightly forward as though he had been waiting for that exact reaction. The room tensed again, and his voice, calm but deliberate, cut through the air. "Congresswoman Crockett," he said slowly, "you remind me a whole lot of your grandfather." The laughter stopped. Jasmine's smile faded, confusion flickering across her face. For a moment, the fiery congresswoman looked disarmed, caught off guard in a way no policy question or political jab had ever managed. The chamber leaned in closer. What could Kennedy possibly mean? He went on. "I knew him. Not in the way you might think, but enough to remember. A man of steel, but with a heart bigger than his pride. A man who, during some of the darkest times in his community, chose kindness over revenge, dignity over bitterness. He was not perfect, but Lord, he carried himself with grace. I see that same fire in you, but I also see the danger of forgetting the grace he never let go of." The weight of his words lingered. Jasmine sat frozen, her mind racing. She hadn't heard her grandfather's name spoken in that room before. To most, he was just another forgotten man of history. A local pastor, a laborer, a father who had sacrificed everything so his children and grandchildren could rise higher than he ever could. To her, he was more than a memory. He was the reason she even dared to dream of politics. The laughter that once filled her lungs was gone, replaced with a lump in her throat. She thought back to evenings on her grandfather's porch, his weathered hands holding hers as he told her, "Child, never let anger be your master. Speak your truth, but carry it with love, even when the world doesn't deserve it." Kennedy's eyes softened, and for the first time that day, there was no rivalry in his tone. "Your grandfather once told a group of young men, myself included, that real strength isn't found in shouting the loudest, it's found in listening the hardest. You've got the shouting part down, Congresswoman. But I hope you'll remember the rest of his lesson." The silence that followed was almost unbearable. Jasmine's heart pounded in her chest. She felt exposed, not politically, but personally. She wanted to fire back, to stand her ground as she always had, but something inside her shifted. For